Haven't done for a while.
Yeah.
So Saturday
Saturday.
afternoon, we're doing a little maintenance on my truck here earlier. I'm in the.
I can't believe that battery cable fell off on the starter.
No, I got yeah.
Only you, Bob.
So we got that all fixed. Now we're building a mold. I asked Gibby the other day, you want to diversify yourself? He looked at me like, what are you talking about? What is this diversify? I said, I put a dash in our Model A Roadster. And the thing is with our Model A Roadster, you got to put the dash in after the fact every time. It takes a long time. I put it in, it was never in the mold. So now we're going to add a piece to the mold. And now when we build the part, the dash is going to be in it, save hours every time we build it. We've never really marketed the car because it's been such a pain in the butt to do that, so we can market the car now. This is cold. And what are we doing here?
I'm angling this.
Oh, okay.
Like
so
we did that side.
All right, so we did this the other night, Friday night.
Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday night after work. It wasn't after work, but it was after the other work.
Yes.
So we're in the glass shop today, diversifying. I said, well, that means you want to go help me build a mold.
And I said, yeah.
Yeah. Something new. Yeah. Well, here's the deal with Gibby. His attention span is about, like, how long is your attention span?
Maybe 20 minutes, 15.
You better give him something new to do so he can figure it out. But anyway, that's good. So we've been working in the other shop. We've been working like every day. I think maybe 2 weeks ago, I took a couple days off on the weekend.
Last week you took off Saturday, so did I, but we worked Sunday, remember?
Yeah, so we've been working, and everybody's been working. We have a new painter.
Yes.
So if you've been watching, you've heard me talk about, oh, the new awesome painter, and then that person wasn't there. And then another new awesome painter. How many new awesome painters did we have that didn't work out?
Two.
Two?
Three, right?
Three, yeah, because one didn't even show up.
Right. Right.
Didn't even show up for the first day. So now we got Dave.
And he seems pretty good.
Man, he's like, well, so he's painted with the Frog Follies car. Have I got my Frog Follies? I do. Frog Follies. So he's actually got the frame painted for that yesterday.
Yeah, and the rear end.
And the rear end.
That's
and the
a
body's
nice
ready
frame,
for
too.
that.
I'm not a,
and he painted a couple other frames and painting. So he's like a hot rodder.
Yeah.
Like, let's get it done.
Yep.
Time is not the keeping track of it. It's just like when you're done working, you're like, oh, crud, it's 2 in the morning or what? So that's an exciting thing.
Yeah. It's
So
cool that he's excited. And
so he's on board, and yeah, I think he's going to be long term.
I think so too.
So that's working out, and we're getting, and the best part is he does a great job, and we get it done
Yeah.
in a
Plus,
timely
like
fashion.
the other night, we came up here Thursday night to work on this. We left him down there
Yeah,
to
he
stand
stayed
on
until
the
he was
first,
done with his thing.
and then you dropped me off. I went to lock up. Compressor's running. Lights are on back there. He's over there. He's just
Getting it. So that's exciting.
going to town.
So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
And production is going pretty well. And this is what I really need to do, because once we do this, every time we build one, I'm saving 4 hours.
Oh, that's a bunch.
Well, yeah, and this is what our company is. We're a manufacturer.
So right now you've taken and like the C cabs, you manufacture this separately.
Yes. Plus, you got to get this all lined up here for the windshield posts. So I lined up a set of windshield posts on it, and the Model A Roadster windshield posts are a little different. You can kind of see.
Yeah.
So what we did, this actually came over the top and just pulled it down a little bit.
Okay.
And then put this in separate. So now what we're going to do, so we got to have, and you got to have reverse curves.
Right.
If you don't have a reverse curve, then it's not going to.
Right.
It's not going to happen. So I got to build a plan. So we cut this back, and
I got it. Right
can you actually pull that off of there?
pull this completely off?
I mean, is that a big deal? It's almost.
No.
It's going to fall on the floor.
No.
But we might as well train people, because
There.
manufacturing and production. Okay, we might want to do it in this country, but we don't know how. So what I want to do is I want to get my seam line right in the middle of this, because it's going to be a seam line, but it will be easier to sand on top of this
Right. Let's see.
than in the middle of the in the middle of this body line. So, but now we want to kind of come down here and angle this. So you've made some flange parts already. You
Yep.
did that yesterday, Thursday. So on top of this, we're going to put, let's see, it goes like so.
Yep.
And
Just
then
like that.
What he's doing now, he's angling the old mold. This is the old mold.
Right.
We cut it down and angle it so it hits into that corner and comes up here. And you got the top. Okay, there you go. So then we're going to put the top piece on about like so. So what we've just done, we're creating a flange to build a flange against, if that makes
Right.
sense. Does that make some more sense now?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So when we build this part, and this will go up under here, the mold, and you'll have the part, they'll all be clean, and then there'll be a flange against this, so I can bolt it to the original one. Once I get the dash mold built, okay, we can get it. They get
Right.
the concept.
Right.
Then I can pull the dash mold off, clean the mold up, buff it, and we already have a flange on this side then.
Right.
So then what we'll do is we'll take and grind this down at a bevel and get it up clean, get it close, and then we'll build a flange on this part. And the dash mold will be a one-piece mold where this is two pieces.
Right.
But what we'll do is we'll build it up against this together.
And it'll
then
bolt here. This will be a.
Yeah, and we'll just take a saw and cut this apart
Right.
on the flange
Right.
when we do this.
Yep.
So that will work, and that's today's thing.
Yep.
Except I'm letting you work here, and I'm going to go deal with another situation. It's a situation.
What's the situation?
Should I? Did you see my situation? Oh, I told you about my situation. I'm going to go show everybody my situation.
Oh yeah, when you got squirted, you got sprayed on.
No, I ain't getting sprayed on today. But so this is we chop here. It comes through. It gets chopped. Goes out those little doors. Goes that way. This is the gel room here. So this is the back of the gel room. We keep the gel coats and the guns here. But if you go around the front, so first we do is gel the parts in the gel booth. Pull them out of here, then take them around to here, put them into the chopper area, which you can see them chopped over there, and then go through that little hallway that we were in. So when I was gone, I was actually gone about 3 years, and we had other people up here running it, and I would come by. I was like just a consultant to give ideas when they were running stupid problems. But I had a whole bunch of base guns, and I got a bunch more for parts. Parts are expensive. Evidently, they couldn't get the gun to run. They convinced management, oh, we need a new gun. So this here is a pretty new gun, brand new, not even Banks, but it's a Greco. It's a good gun, but it's not like our other ones. But it works fine. Except I get back, they got a new gun, and the new gun is jacked up, only because nobody keeps it clean, and it's not, you know. So tooling gel is different. This orange is tooling gel. It's harder. It's just a tooling gel. It's harder than the gel we use on this gel here. Would be a sandable gel. It's a little bit softer. It's sandable. Our parts aren't like a boat where you don't, you know, when it's done, it's done. You know, these get sanded and primed and painted. So that's like a boat dock locker door, and this is a 23 grill shell. So this gun was just not working. And I had to clean it up and just getting it to going again. You got pumps, so you got a couple pumps. You got one pump that's going to be pumping your gel coat, or your gel coat, and then this pump here is your catalyst pump. So they both pump at the same time, and this goes back and forth as it's like a slave to the main pump, and it keeps your catalyst pressure up. And it all comes through the hoses and goes to the head of the gun. So it was just, these guns work better if you use them every day and just keep them clean. If you let them sit for a year or 2 years, they don't work so good. So I was yesterday, or Thursday night, getting things cleaned up here. So obviously I made a mess cleaning up. I got the gun working good, because I got some molds to make. I mean, just production, it has to happen. So I'm going to spend the rest of my day getting this thing working. Gibby's going to get those flanges on. We're going to bring that baby in here. And tomorrow night when fiberglass starts again, because my main fiberglass guy, Eric, probably if you watch the videos, you've probably seen him before, but he's a guide on the river in the summer and spring, and he just works nights. I got the Snapper and Liam are helping out. They work during the day, and summer will be here soon, so they'll be out of school. That'll be good. But Sunday night, Eric starts, so I want to have this ready for him and actually gelled and ready to go. So production, we're doing pretty good. I think we're basically caught up. It's turnkey stuff we got to get out of here now.
Yep.
But now we're still dealing with supply chain. You know, I was whining about supply chain after the whole COVID deal. And going, it ain't a problem. It's just a solution ready to happen. Would you like a hand here?
Yeah, let me pick the back up to slide that board.
Oh, if I have to bend over?
Because you can kick it with your foot.
I cannot. I got a case of gout today and it hurts like hell. I can't even walk.
Yeah, let me come over there. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
So, okay, we're going to fix all that. Got some things going on. And now the whole China thing, which is not a bad thing. Here's my opinion on China. You ever been to Detroit, Gibby?
Detroit, no.
So I went to Detroit, man, this might be 20 years ago. Doing the World of Wheels show there. The Riddler Award and all that kind of stuff like that. So we used to do that. We ran the circuit with the World of Wheels guys. So that's what we did, the car builds, like we're going to do at Frog Follies.
Right.
And they treat us pretty well, like entertainment. So anyway, I don't remember, a lot of times I would stop at a church on like a Wednesday before we'd go to the show and do the car build at the church, and like if they had a gymnasium or something, and it would be like a preaching event. They could bring, so I totally don't remember why I stopped at a church, but it was near Detroit. I kind of remember the facility and all that, and I remember talking to a guy from the church. And again, I don't remember the event, what we did there or what happened on that, but I distinctly remember talking to him because at the time, it's like they don't call it the Rust Belt for nothing.
The Rust Belt.
Well, we got some of our good equipment from up there. When you've got industry and capacity for industry and a workforce for industry and tooling for industry, and all of a sudden your industry goes somewhere else, it was depressing.
Yeah.
People in these communities, there was no hope, because it was, whatever the reasoning is, corporate greed, union greed, whatever, there needs to be a balance. But basically we decided that cheap Mexican labor and slave Chinese labor was better for the corporate world. So industry went to China. I mean, and I've got some relationships with Chinese folks, and my son had a role in China.
Because
came
of
home.
tariffs and stuff, right?
Well, so the tariffs now, that's not about tariffs even.
No.
We're not going to it's a trade imbalance. I am guaranteed Trump is going to bring industry back to America.
Right.
And especially some of the like metal. We can't get metal half the time.
And then when we get it, it's
yeah, and exactly. We were talking about that.
crap.
So we need drugs. We found out during COVID the drugs were a mess. We had to go to another country to have our drugs made. So it's just a national security issue, and it's a trade imbalance issue, and it's not about just tariffs. It doesn't matter if tariffs go to zero. There's certain industries that will come back to this country.
Right.
But we don't have a workforce for it. We don't have the infrastructure for it. Too bad for Chinese. I mean, I feel bad for the working class. They've been treated like crap,
Right.
like slaves. And when their industry leaves and comes back here, it'll be just like when the industry left the middle of America. I mean, now you have cities that have the infrastructure or had it. Now it's all old and sitting there.
Yeah.
But it's going to come back here. But our industry, it's not a very big niche. We're going to have to figure out how to get it done.
I know.
Where's our? Can't get axles. I mean, seriously, can't get axles.
Can't get rear caliper.
Can't get brackets. Well, we're gonna have to start making a lot of that.
You know what? That's what I think we're going to start to do, is do the weld-on ones. Instead of them fancy bolt-on
Yep.
deal. Just get the weld-on ones, weld them right to the tube, you're done.
Done. Good. You're my right-hand man.
Yeah.
Perfect. My feet too. Today, man, I need a wheelchair to get around. It's like, holy crap. Old people. Only
got
old
both
people
feet?
talk about, I got my feet on there, but boy, oh boy. It's like, when you get old and you start talking about gout, you'll know what I'm talking about. But until then, it's like, oh well. So anyway, that's kind of, we haven't updated anything for a while. I am working. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm one of the valuable workers here. And we have
Yes,
very,
you are.
we have very few.
DA King.
I've spread a few gallons of Bondo in my life and can shape some shapes.
Yes, you can, Bob. You can spread that.
So I could spend my day and probably could and should just talking on the phone and talking to customers and doing, but man, all I'm going to say is I can't do it unless I do it. And I'm not doing it unless I'm doing it.
If that makes sense.
Well, it made sense to me.
Do it.
You know, I'm looking around. Look at this. Look at this. How did that happen?
Ow!
Well, it didn't get prepped right.
No, it didn't, because they got clay in it. Or no, it's stuck to the mold.
Yeah. And this is old stuff, so I'm not even blaming the new guys.
All right.
This is because this is something we haven't produced for. I mean, I made the mold a long time ago, but that's frustrating. I made the mold. I mean, it was a good mold. Now I got to repair a good mold because it's not prepped properly.
Yeah, like they put clay in it.
Well, clay. I wish they had clay in it.
That's clay.
Well, not enough and not prepped, but until I can repair it. And then, there's another one there. So.
Yep. So these
You
are
know,
all,
my value to the company right now is get this kind of stuff going.
so these are all the stuff we see in like the Hearst, right?
Yeah, when we got to fix that down in the body shop.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Well, it's ours. It's ours. So getting production right is really important.
Yeah.
And so I've not forgot about the turnkey stuff by any stretch. Every day I'm thinking about it. And working on the supply chain, because this stuff just not available. Where do you get it? Some of the people we were dealing with. And then Frog Follies. I mean, the goal is everybody wants their car by the Frog Follies. People were getting excited about it. I'm excited about
I'm
it.
excited about the Frog Follies.
Man, it's going to be, I'm going
My
to
first
kick
year.
back. Yeah, okay, we got to build a car on the weekend, but dang, I used to do that 5 times every weekend, about 30 weekends a year.
Every weekend.
About 30 weekends a year I was on the road. Be in Detroit this week and maybe, Phoenix the next week and San Antonio and all around. I've never been to the Frog Follies though. I always wanted to. I did go to the Frog Follies last.
You didn't go to Frog Follies?
Well, I went last August to kind of look at the logistics, talk to them. They invited us to go for their 50th anniversary.
Yep.
And, I put off even calling them back.
You weren't going to go, actually, you said.
Well, before we even got here, I had no intention to go.
All right.
I was going to give them a courtesy call back and tell them, yeah, I'm honored that you'd want us to have us here, but, it's just not what we do anymore. And then David, kind of the guy, he's been going to the Frog Follies for, I don't know, probably most of them 50 years. He just passed away. Remember he was here with his son-in-law?
Oh, yeah.
He went to his garage to work one night, and his wife,
No way.
it's like, what's 2 a.m, wonder where he's at, went out in the garage, and he
No way.
passed away. So we're going to do I talked to her a little bit yesterday, a couple days ago, texted back and forth. I think we'll do a memorial for him in the booth. That'll kind of be
Yeah.
fun. But I blamed him. I said, it's your fault for even getting me involved here. And then I called Jim yesterday, showed him a picture of I showed you, I sent him a text that, we got your frame painted. I sent him a picture of a red one we got painted.
And then,
He said, no, I don't, that's the wrong shade. And I sent him a picture of another one we had, an orange one we had painted. How's he closer? So then, and finally sent him a picture of the green one. So we're getting there. He can anybody from the Frog Follies that's watching can get a picture from him and see it, or from us. You know, I don't know. I probably should do videos, but if it's, I need to get stuff done. I'll think about doing videos again next week.
Okay.
We'll see. But right now I need to think about going in there and getting the rest of that gun cleaned up. And so you got this bolted together. While we were talking, you can see how we angled this one. That side's now angled. It'll go right. This is in here. We're going to Bondo this on,
Yeah.
this flange on temporarily from the back side here. Don't put any on the front side.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll take clay in here,
Okay.
and I'll clay this and wipe it smooth.
Okay.
And then there's a product called PVA. Mm-hmm. We'll wax it, and then I'll put PVA on it. It's like, you can wipe it off with water, but chemicals won't touch it. So it's like a bonding thing. So try not to get it on the, I think I better help you do this. So this is the end of the video, and we're getting to work. All right, so there it is.